While it might feel like Hollywood is obsessed with superhero movies, that's not entirely true. It's now shifting its focus to something else. Yes, that's right, video games. From Squid Game to The Queen's Gambit, it seems like we'll now be inundated with video games based on our favorite TV shows. So, which one of them are making their way to our gaming consoles? First up, we have Shadow and Bone. Who doesn't love a fantasy series? Shadow and Bone has made quite the name for itself and is one of the most popular shows on Netflix. Netflix has announced that Shadow and Bone Destinies will be a narrative RPG, which seems quite fitting considering how easily the fantasy genre lends itself to immersive experiences. We're actually looking forward to play all of our favorite characters. Let's hope that the game follows the show's narrative, or at least some part of it. Next up, we have Detective Pikachu 2. The first movie made over $430 million at the worldwide box office, so of course there will be another one. Well, the good news is that it'll be directed by Ora Uziel, who directed 22 Jump Street and Mortal Kombat, so we know this one's gonna be great. The only problem is that the sequel to the game is still under development, but rumor has it with Pokemon Company had already started creating the storyline and character designs. The news will come as a relief to some Pokemon fans, because information on the sequel to the 3DS original has been thin on the ground since its announcement 3 years ago. But despite the game taking longer than expected, it seems like the game developers are actually in a hurry to release it. Rumors of a sequel to the successful Detective Pikachu film were recently dampened by one of the stars of the original film. Justice Smith told Inverse that as much as he'd like to be involved in a Detective Pikachu 2, he doesn't think it will happen. Fans were disappointed and thought this would affect the game's release. But don't lose hope, and we might even be in for a surprise. Who knows? The Pokemon Company is known for surprising fans randomly, so let's wait and see what happens. Maybe we'll get the game sooner than we expect. Then we have Too Hot to Handle. You might be wondering what Too Hot to Handle is. Well, it's definitely one of those really annoying Facebook ads that pop up. You know, the one where you have to dress up characters and make the person who rejected them jealous? Yeah, but it's in the form of a Netflix show. Yes, we know, it's kinda cringe, but the streaming service doesn't think so. In fact, they decided to turn it into a video game. The show is all about vying for a sexy and hunky guy's attention, kinda like The Bachelor, but on steroids. Fans of the show and people who are drawn to dating sims will likely enjoy the playable version of Too Hot to Handle. As for us, nope, sorry, we can't take the heat. Up next, it's The Queen's Gambit. Do you remember how everyone started playing chess all of a sudden after the show was released? Well, chess.com is gonna have an amazing time once again. It seems that Beth is back again to rule over our hearts, but this time as a playable character. Yes, that's right, The Queen's Gambit has a video game now. The mobile video game developed by Ripstone Games appears to be all about chess. While this may come as a shock to some, chess is a game that already exists. Take all the time you need to process that information. Super fans of the series will be able to experience chess, possibly for the first time ever, with the added bonus of interacting with characters from the series who have been rendered in an admittedly cute and charming style. The gameplay trailer reveals that Queen's Gambit video game will include chess lessons and tips that will allow users to keep playing chess. Well, we don't know about you, but we're really excited. So we're game for this game. And then there's Money Heist. Come on, we know you're guilty of imagining being one of those badass characters of the show. Hey, we did the same, so we're not judging you. What if we told you that now you have the chance of doing exactly that? That's right, Money Heist will soon have a game of its own, and we're all here for it. It'll be known as La Casa de Papel, which is the Spanish name for the series, and it's gonna be a mobile game, so everyone can play it with ease. Sounds kinda fun. We can't wait. The Netflix website shed some light on the premise. 8 thieves take hostages and lock themselves in the Royal Mint of Spain as a criminal mastermind manipulates the police to carry out its plan. With this in mind, it's no surprise that the game based on the series will see players don Salvador Dali mask and embark on a heist adventure of their own. Developed by indie game studio Killisoft, the La Casa de Papel, the game will allow you to experience everything it takes to participate in heists. You'll be able to crack codes, rob a safe, and even pick locks. We'd say that this one seems like the most interesting one so far out of all the games. What do you think? Or would you rather play chess with Beth? Then there's Alf. Alf is a pretty old movie. It was released in 1989, so we don't really expect you to remember it, but it did get turned into a video game. Though we're not sure why. Maybe because the movie was pretty popular in the 80s. Well, anyway, here he is in video game form, complete with all of his lovable cat-snatching hijinks. The game revolves around Alf attempting to find the parts necessary to repair his spaceship so he can take a joyride to Mars to visit his girlfriend. Along the way, players journey through dank caves, city streets, and the Tanner family home as Alf fights off wave after wave of enemies. Sounds fun, huh? And now we have Iron Chef America Supreme Cuisine. Okay, honestly, we don't know why this was even turned into a video game, but hey, whatever floats their boat. In this Nintendo Wii adaptation of Iron Chef America, you can grate, mince, and dice your way to victory through the use of the system's motion controls. The game boils down to a series of minigames that you have to complete quickly and efficiently as you cook the dish the show's host gives to you. With voice acting provided by the show's host, including Alton Brown and Mark Dacascos, Iron Chef America's Supreme Cuisine is a faithful and adaptation of the show, as you're likely to find. However, that doesn't necessarily translate to fun, as both the Wii and Nintendo DS versions of the game have been soundly battered by critics. Then we have Grey's Anatomy. Ah yes, we finally get to date Mr. McDreamy. The show was a huge success, that's why it was turned into a video game. But we're not not sure it's something we'd want to play. Part dating simulator, part surgery minigame, 2009's Grey's Anatomy the video game attempted to squeeze all the romantic dalliances, brooding, and occasional doctoring of the show into one cohesive title. During the course of the game, players take control of a number of Grey's main cast, including Meredith Grey and Christina Yang, as you guide them through the everyday drama that is being a doctor, including surgeries and flirting with your coworkers. For Dr. Grey, you start the game out with a decision to make. Do you play hard to get with Dr. Shepard, or do you go right at him and make some not so thinly veiled advances on him in the elevator? We'll let you decide. Looks like Too Hot to Handle has some competition, but who's gonna win? Mr. McDreamy or one of the hunky hunks from the Netflix show? We'd actually take Beth over any of them, to be honest. There's also rumors that there might be another game coming, but we kinda hope not. Then finally, there's Squid Game. Netflix has previously announced that they want to get into the video game industry and publish games within their app based on their original series. You can see where this is going. They definitely want to bank on Squid Game's success. And hey, can you blame them? We would too. With the second season confirmed, Netflix is doing all it can to make sure the show's trends, including introducing a mobile game. While it's easy to imagine how Squid Game could work as an actual video game, we don't actually have to imagine. Games that allow custom design matches like Roblox and Fortnite have dozens of fan-created attempts at remaking Squid Game in those worlds. Netflix's version of a Squid Game video game would be licensed, obviously, and yet since the streaming service is new to the gaming industry, it's hard to tell when this would actually be a released product and what the results are gonna be. That's a wrap for this video, so what do you think? Which video game is your favorite, and which one do you want to see turn into a show? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one!